I'm not quite sure why I'm here or what I'm doing, but there's a reason. I don't like Facebook, and I don't like the internet. The library blocked my password. Now tell me, does that make any sense to you?
I think that's a part of leadership, is to have some of the guys that have gone before that have been disappointed to share it with everybody involved. For me, it's a reminder. I, too, have been here 23 years. And it is a reminder. I've been here when it was glory hole days, and I've been here when it wasn't. And so having said that, I want me some glory hole. So I have that perspective.
This is absolutely lit. This is lit, 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 lit.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dark Times with Dark Match Steve. Get on in here, you sexy little sluts. Where are we at tonight? Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, also known as X. If you're autistic, wherever you're at, get in my chat. I want you deep in the chat. I want you balls deep in my chat. I'm going to edge you. You guys ready for the Edge-a-thon? You guys ready for Edge-a-palooza? Well, we're not doing that tonight. Okay? I worked way too fucking late. I should not even be streaming. I got to work tomorrow. I'm so over this. And what are we talking about tonight? Hasan? Is Hasan abusing his dog with a shock collar? Where's the fat pig to ask, who gives a fuck? No, honestly, that's not cool. We're going to cover the Hasan topic. We're going to take a look at this. I actually think it's pretty interesting because I've changed my mind when looking at the Hasan videos. And, this just goes along with, sometimes your first impression is wrong and you need more context. You got to just keep looking. And I even, I left a comment on this one video that showed Hasan with his dog yelping and whatever happened, I don't know. But initially I thought it was nothing, but I don't know, guys. I've been looking at more footage. I got to show you guys just a couple things I found and stuff. There might be a trend with some things here, and then also I've I've looked back at this video after considering a bunch of things and seeing other people talk about it, and again, getting a little more context. So we'll take a look at that together. There's a few other things we might touch on, but yeah, guys, I've been spread thin, not in a sexual way. That's not like spread eagle. I just mean I'm really I got a lot going on. I finished the parody song though last night. Let me get to the chat, say hello to everybody trickling in here so we can get started. But yeah, guys, I finished the parody song. I sent it in last night. They didn't, Bubba didn't play it today. So I don't know. That could be a really, a bad sign, or it could mean nothing at all. It could actually mean they're just, whatever, they're busy. So yeah, guys, we'll see. But it turned out really good. It's edited well. It's done well. The vocals are pretty good. They're pretty crisp. And so yeah, I'll play it. I don't know when we'll, I guess I'll see tomorrow. They might play it. Who knows? If not, I'll play it tomorrow probably or something on my stream. Just because, once you get to being a week later, it's like I'm writing the songs about something that happens on the show. Once you get, too far away in terms of time, once the distance grows between the release of the song and the actual thing that it's about, it becomes less and less relevant, as you all probably know. So anyway, let me get to the chat. I'm in the chat. I'm officially deep in the chat. Actually, let me pull it up too. All right, the chat's up now. So when you guys get to chat, and you're gonna cover my parody award back here. Oh, see, look, there you guys go. 2022 Parody Artist of the Year award. It's the only thing I have to show for any of the work I've done ever in my life, and also my graduation picture where I have no eyebrows and I'm wearing goth makeup because I was depressed and on pharmaceuticals. So you guys can go ahead and cover up my shame and my pride at the same time there. Let me see here. Michael Earl, welcome. Dark Match Steve. Oh, yeah, I wasn't late. Well, I was a couple minutes late, but not super late. I thought I wasn't going to be getting on here until like 9:30 or 8:30. But I haven't showered yet, guys. Do I look dirty? I'm a dirty boy tonight. I worked like an 11-hour shift at work. I got home, I ate something, and now we're streaming. I haven't fucking showered yet. I'm over this. Dutch Duke, welcome. Rainy, welcome. Which I really want. DMS, what happened? Did you misgender someone? I probably did. What do you... Oh, you guys are talking about the disclaimer. Guys, I have to put the disclaimer at the beginning of the stream from now on, I think. I'm gonna keep that going because you know what? That's just the times we're in. People can't understand the sophisticated form of art that is this stream, so I have to lay it right out for you. I'm in character as a gay man, okay? I'm not actually gay. I'm pretending to be gay so that it helps me with the algorithms. All right, I'm in character. Anything I say during this stream, you can't hold against me as a person, the person playing the character, Dark Match Steve, the twink you see before you. You guys try to keep up, okay? I know it's this stream is like crazy taxi or something. Don's in here. What's up, Don Ferguson? Autistic gay dude, exactly. Sniz, yeah, I know. The intro's wild, guys. Oh, Kenny, thank you. You guys like the intro. I appreciate it. I kind of ripped that off from somebody. If you know, you know. It's not, guys, I've done my own little mix of videos. The intro video is sort of ripped from something, but it's like a cultural reference as well. It's not like I couldn't make the video on my own. But yeah, Kenny, welcome. Scott Starbird's up in here. What's up, Scott? I missed Scott Starbird's stream. I was working so fucking late. I didn't get home till like 7. Bullshit. Steve's just mad. Steven Jackson, what's up, bro? Steve's just mad because Hasan gave his collar to the dog. What, my dong collar? Why do you think I would have a shock collar? Might have to send the parody to Bubba's OnlyFans. Yeah, I might have to do that. That's funny, Kenny. Might have to just send the parody to the Reddit page. Maybe Seth will scroll past the parody song on Reddit, and then they'll play it during the show. Maybe. I sound like I'm underwater? Guys, am I having audio problems? Hold on. Oh, Truth is. What's up? Welcome. Bob Cook. Guys, am I having audio problems or no? Oh, Don Ferguson, you said my bad. Okay. All right, I guess I'm good. Bart Hutchison, what's up? Yeah, fucking Hasan, it's weird. Hasan, there's he goes through the way he dresses is fucking weird, and I know it really probably hurts coming from someone who wears a fucking wife beater on the stream every night and a stupid hat that I had made at a hat store. Guys, who the fuck else? What other streamer do you know is has I have 5 different hats that I just had made myself. This is one of them. Nobody else has a DEA hat, okay? And definitely not a flat bill. The crisis actor hat I made myself. A lot of my hats I had made myself. Who the fuck else? What other goddamn idiots? But anyway, yeah, sometimes the way Hasan dresses, just fucking, he'll wear like some fucking, like a sweater that looks like his grandma knitted it or something. And, Adam says no audio. Go fuck yourself. Sound is fine. Okay, thanks, guys. Rat shoot through the cords. Bro, where are you watching from? The BRN? No, so yeah, Hasan, it's funny. He's a good-looking guy, but sometimes Hasan, I swear he could be a fucking a CIA agent or something like that. I don't fucking know. He changes the way that he changes his facial hair and his hair and everything. I feel like every few months there will be some like viral, not quite viral, because Hasan kind of doesn't really go viral anymore unless it's for like bad things. But I don't know. Every time I see people talking about Hasan, there'll be some clip or something, and I'm like, "Who the fuck? Oh, that's Hasan. He's got a different setup with his facial hair. He's got a different pair of glasses. It's like he's wearing a disguise. Every few months, I stumble across his content, and I'm like, who is this Hasan impersonator? That's like, oh, it's Hasan. This Hasan guy is a real POS. Yeah, you know what? It's weird. This is some of you guys might know. He's part of, him and like Destiny and Vosh were, I guess, kind of cool. And then they all fucking like feud now. I know, at least, I don't know the situation with Vosh, between Destiny and Hasan. I think that's more neutral in terms of, Vosh, but I know Destiny and Hasan fucking hate each other. But yeah, they're militant lefties. Hasan is there are some clips. You guys saw Hasan was part of Sam Hyde's video. If you guys remember, we watched the majority of it on the stream, and Hasan was basically advocating assassinating property owners if they have properties that are vacant and won't let homeless people live in them. That is basically what he was saying. I'm barely paraphrasing that. I won't even actually, if I said exactly the quote, YouTube would probably strike me or something, because it wouldn't realize that I'm quoting somebody. I don't even know if its algorithms can keep up with that. We are having buffering problems, aren't we? I'm getting actually, I do have my signal isn't that good. God damn it, Spectrum. I know I'm late paying my bill, but my service should still be there. What are you, throttling me because I'm behind a few days? Fucking scumbags. I want to know what Hasan would do to the people who run Spectrum, trying to deprive me of an internet connection, a decent one anyway. All right, so let's pull up these clips. Hasan, it looks like he does have a shock collar on this dog. I don't know if people have actually verified this, but let me pull up Twitter here, and I'll get you guys on the Twitter. Hold on. You guys know I got to be careful. Okay. Dude, look at this. This is weird, man. Guys, this is actually kind of crazy. So I would show you, but it's pointless to bring up the post and show you my comment. I remember what I put. I can I could pull up the post, but I can remember what the comment was basically. So this is the clip that's going around. Let's see what this caption says. I always wondered how Hasan kept his dog behind him all stream. Dude, this is okay. I haven't even read this yet. I just saved this because it was a good it's the full video. The clip that I saw on Instagram was only like 30 seconds long. This actually includes a little bit before and a little after. So before I get into what this caption is, let me just explain what I saw the first time I saw this, okay? I'm not a fan of Hasan, but you guys know I am like sort of definitely more down the middle politically when it comes to just the way the fucking world is right now. Guys, if I start to have to try to explain the way I lean politically, we're just going to start debating a bunch of shit. So anyway, but I just try to score things fairly. I'm a fan of, some of Destiny's debating capabilities. I won't say I'm a fan of Destiny necessarily. I mean, he's kind of, I'm going to have to wait to see all the facts with all of the crazy drama bullshit he has going on to really be able to even grasp how I should feel about Destiny. But I definitely appreciate some of his debates. We review a lot of his stuff on here and stuff. He's a really good debater. As of late, I just feel like he's kind of been taking L's a little bit. And it's probably a kind of subtle. Some of them not so subtle, but anyway, I'm just saying I'm not someone that's going to come on here and just be like, "Ooh, I got a chance to talk shit about Hasan." I'm just going to completely judge this in the least charitable way possible just so I can bend over and squat down and take a big shit on Hasan. Okay? I mean, something like this, I'll be honest, it seems like a good opportunity to make some funny jokes about him. But when it comes to actually trying to say what I think happened here, and at least my first impression, I'm going to tell you, should be proof of that. So anyway, look, I'm not a fan of Hasan, but when I saw this video, I saw the dog. It's on a little bed behind him here. I'll go down here and I'll maximize the video after we read the caption, but I saw the dog step off a little bit. Or the video, like I said, the video I saw on Instagram, the first time I saw this, it was shorter. It was only like 30 seconds. So I didn't see the dog step off. That's the thing. I saw the dog was partly off of this little bed platform thing that's behind him there. And it just had like its front two paws off of it. And Hasan turns around and says something to the dog. And then it goes to step back up on the platform. And right when it puts its paw down, one of its paws, it like yelps and picks the paw back up. And then he turns around and goes, "Oh, why are you being such a baby? What the heck?" Like, to me, I saw it and I was like, I don't know. It looked like the dog maybe has a sensitive paw, like it fucked its paw up or something. Or got its nail caught, or something like that. Just because I saw the paw go down, and then it like lifted it up and just like yelped. And I was like, yeah, I don't know about this. I think people are just trying to roast Hasan. But then I saw this longer version, and I was like, actually, this doesn't look so good. And then there's other videos. Like I said, we'll show you some other videos that show him interacting with his dog. It looks like there's like I don't know the context of this, but this other woman, it seems like she's a dog trainer or something that's on his stream, like in his studio there with him on stream. And, that makes things interesting too. But yeah, take a look at this clip. Oh, let's read the caption first. Cause yeah, after I watched this full 1 minute clip, I was like, man, I don't fucking know. And somebody like this, dude, I would not doubt for a second, this motherfucker has, a fairly large following, okay? This is the fucking Young Turks Nepo baby, fucking Hasan. All right, so anyway, this person, I don't even know who this is, but I know I've probably read a tweet from his on the stream before. I don't know. It looks from a Tectone. I don't know who that is. Anyway, this guy says, I always wonder how Hasan kept his dog behind him all stream. It's because he's been using a shock collar on a setting so high His dog fucking screams when he uses it. Using your dog as a prop to seem more friendly, relatable, and down to earth when in reality, the dog isn't sitting there of his own volition, but stays there out of fear. I'm beyond disgusted. Fuck this man's whole existence. Dude, Icy Bird's up in here. What's up, Icy? Yeah, dude, this is crazy. Look, let's just watch it. This is the famous clip going around. Check it out, guys. Now, here, I'll play it, and then I'll explain why I think this minute-long video gives a lot more context to this.
Of all of America's much more consequential violence, okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby. It's just, you're making her stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom. No, she doesn't want to come over here to see what's up. She just wants to fucking roam the house because she got to roam the house when I was gone. And she needs to literally have the same structured, regimented. I think that clip went to Trump's big baby desk immediately. I hate everything. I hate everything.
Okay, so when I first saw this clip, like I said, it was a shorter one. The dog is already here, standing somewhat off of the platform.
That's the why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop.
So did you see that? The dog steps up, and then it fucking yelps and sort of, jumps completely onto the platform. And when I saw that, this is just what started right there with the dog already off the platform. So I just went, oh, the dog has like a bad paw. He probably cut its nail too short or something. I don't know. That's what I thought in my head. I guess that's me. And you can't blame yourself for interpreting things in an innocent way, especially when you're somebody that's like that doesn't consciously abuse a dog. You think to yourself, oh, well, it's probably just it's not malice, right? As they say, you shouldn't attribute to something to malice when you could attribute it to ignorance or whatever the fuck. But then when I watch the full thing, you can look here, and let me explain to you guys. I know there might be some, yeah, Kenny said it looked like he reached his arm over right when the yelp happened. Yes, very observant. So that's what we're gonna take a look at here. And let me explain. I don't know. There might be someone, I'm sure this is fairly obvious. There might be someone that doesn't realize, okay, when you're streaming, there's various different setups that people have. But generally speaking, if you're streaming, there is a page that, you'll have a tab where it is actually the website that you're streaming through. That's not Facebook, YouTube, it's the StreamYard or OBS or whatever one of these websites that people are using the software from to stream. So you've got that tab, and on that tab, you can have as an option have the display up on your screen so that you can see yourself and you can see what everyone else is looking at. Okay. It shows what the stream looks like to everybody else on this one page. You're not always looking at it. If you're like, when I'm jumping to other tabs and stuff, I don't always have the stream up where I can see myself and whatever video we're breaking down or whatever. So, but you can, it's generally speaking, I don't know how everybody else does it, but if you're paying attention to your stream, and this is the best way to make sure, like, oh, when I'm trying to show people a video, it's good when I start to play it, click back to the home page, to the display, to make sure everybody's seeing what I'm seeing and we're on the same page or whatever. I know he does this. I know this motherfucker looks back and forth to make sure his hair is in the right position. He's got his chain is outside of his shirt and looks shiny, and probably also making sure his dog is obediently sitting in the corner. Okay? Apparently that's his dog. It's a living human being, or not a human. The dog is a living being, okay, that he has stuck in the corner like it's a decoration or an ornament. This is reminiscent of like when you go to China and they have like one of those little small turtles that's in a keychain. It's a living turtle that's inside of a keychain, just trapped in there in its own little prison. This is like Hasan's version of that, is his dog. He just, it's for the look, it's for display, and he just keeps it there in the corner, apparently. I don't know. So let's start it over so we can look. So here, I'll make this bigger. Let me go down here. So yeah, I'll show you here. So you can see he's clicking around at other shit, and eventually the dog is getting up, and the dog, this is what it looks like, okay?
Of all of America's much more consequential.
The dog's like, oh, I want to get up. I'm sick of being stuck here. I want to stretch my legs. I want to walk around on a space that's bigger than 2 by 3.
Violence. Okay? It's the same reason as to why.
Look at the dog. Just look at the dog. Oh fuck. Let me move myself. I'm in the way. Here, where should I go? I'll go here. I was still in the way. So you can see the dog. It's like, oh, I want to stretch my fucking legs. Watch when the dog starts to get off the platform. This is the thing that I'm telling you. I had to watch the full 1-minute video to realize, man, I think he's abusing his dog. I don't know. Dude, look at the dog, look over at him like, does this motherfucker see me? The dog is just wondering how the fuck Hasan has eyes in the back of his head. Look at the dog look up at him right as it's stepping off, wondering if it's going to get caught.
Violence. Okay?
Here it comes, look.
It's the same reason as to why
he just looked up like, I don't think this motherfucker sees me.
America.
But then look, Hasan is on some other tab right there. I can tell you exactly what's going on. Hasan is on another tab. Then right here, you're going to see when he looks over to our right side of the screen, his left. Once he starts to look at his left, that's him clicking over to the tab he has probably got, just like I do. Just so you don't mix up the tabs, I keep the stream tab all the way to the left. It's the first tab that I have open. I wouldn't doubt almost every streamer does something similar so you don't accidentally X out the stream tab. That will shut your stream off. So you keep it all the way to the left. And this is what he did. He's on some other tab on the right, just like you're looking at me. Look, guys, this is what it looks like when you're on another tab. You've got 10 tabs open. You're on a tab over to the right. I want to go back to the stream page. Look over here. There's the stream page. Now I'm looking at myself. I want to go back to a tab. I'm opening more tabs, guys. That's what that looks like. Watch Hasan. This is exactly what he's doing. He's on another tab here. Then he goes over to a tab that's on the left, which is the stream page. Because he looks at the display, he sees the dog is getting off the platform. Then it looks like he gives her a shock.
Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
Bro, look at that shit. And I don't know what kind of shock collar. This is the thing. I'm totally out of the loop when it comes to animal abuse, okay? I don't know what kind of shock collar you have that you can just on command, sort of like it's a game, just press it whenever you feel like abusing your dog or hearing it yelp. I'm not up to date with the shock collars they have these, but apparently this is the kind they have where if your dog just like, looks at you the wrong way, you can just press a button and it gives them a jolt.
Reason as to why America, Kaya, please.
Look at that. He just looked over the left. Look, here we go.
Okay. It's the same reason as
he looks over to the left, goes to the stream tab. He's on the stream tab right here. He's like, why is my dog getting off its tiny little torture platform?
the why America, Kaya, please just fucking go. Just stop.
Yeah, it's right when he puts his hand over to the left where it may or may not be the the switch for the electricity. Right when he reaches over, the dog yelps.
Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby.
Now that right there tells me something too. Kenny Power said it's like a garage door opener, but to abuse your dog. Yes, he definitely shocked it. Guys, it's so funny because when I saw this clip first, I was like, man, and even other people, I saw other people comment this. They're like, oh, you guys are falling for the Israel propaganda. And I was just like, man, I don't know. I know Hasan pisses some people off, a lot of people off, because of how much he just goes hard in the paint with some shit, including the Palestine stuff. And I was like, man, I don't know about this one. But when I saw the full clip, when you actually see the dog, it was on the platform completely. Then it steps off with one little paw and looks up at him, and it looks at him like it's scared of being caught getting off of this little bed thing. And then, like I said, he looks over to the left, sees it on his display that the dog's getting off of its bed, and then gives it a fucking shock. That's fucking nuts, man. I mean, it'd be one thing if it was like a shock perimeter around your property so your dog doesn't run out into the street and get fucking hit by a car. But when, like, it's isn't Hasan, they sell shock collars, okay? Hasan isn't the first person to use a shock collar on his dog. Is he probably one of few people who uses a shock collar on a dog to keep it acting as a living display for his stream? I don't know how many people do that, and I think that might be, if that is the case, I think that that's crossing the line. I think that that's signs of somebody who's just like, I don't know. Someone who's actually like lost their way. You are so like, you're so like fucked up mentally from being on the internet too long that you're just like, I want a dog as part of my background. And well, they sell shock collars. It's legal for them to sell shock collars, and I can use a shock collar on my dog legally, right? They sell them. So I guess if I use the shock collar to keep my dog in place as like a living decoration, I guess that's technically okay, right? Like, this is the debate brain that you get when you're like an extremist leftist advocating assassinations for property owners who just have a vacant property. I guess this is just how your brain ticks here. You're doing the math like this in your head, where it's like technically you could sort of like agree, but then once you're at the end of it, it's like every little step you go, well, I want my dog to be part of my background. It's like, okay, that's not crazy. You want the dog in the room with you. That's your little buddy. And you go, yeah, and shock collars are legal. And you go, yeah, shock collars are legal. And, it's okay to use a shock collar on your dog, right? To keep it from running off of your property. And you go, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, technically that's all right. But then at the end of it, you're like keeping your dog on a fucking Abu Ghraib little platform with electrodes attached to it, blindfold, while you're pouring water on its head. It's like, what the fuck? Where have we gone? Hold on. We got way ahead of ourselves. We're accidentally torturing our dog. Oh, fuck. Can we shock the puss? Yeah, you know what? But that's consensual. When a human being consents to having Bubba the Love Sponge shock their vagina with a shock collar, that's fair game. That's completely different, K-Dog. But welcome, K-Dog. Buddy, what's up, dude? Welcome. Bub Army Mom, Tina, did I already say hi to you guys? I'm losing track of time. I had a busy day. I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. Going viral for the wrong reasons, yes. Don't we all? Isn't that normally, I mean, I guess that's just kind of how it goes. You go viral a lot better for the wrong reasons than you do the right ones, unfortunately. That's a pop, Scott Starbird. Hasan would shock collar his audience if he could. It's called a captive audience. He's taking that a little too literally. Oh, Icy Bird said, I watched Bubba stream for the first time this millennium because of you. Thank you, dude. Yeah, bro, Bubba's still at it. Honestly, guys, I hear a lot of people talk, oh, the show's not what it used to be when Manson and Ned and Spice Boy. Dude, I don't know what the guys, yeah, it's true. That was a really cool era, but to think that the show isn't good just because fucking Manson isn't there or Ned isn't there, you're just like, you're so wrong. Bubba the Love Sponge is still fucking killing it. He's always got something up his little T-Rex arm sleeve. Bubba's the man. We should have one of my new parody songs should be playing on there soon. We'll see what happens with that, guys. You know what? Bubba and I have had a little bit of like heat here and there. There's definitely none from me right now. I mean, part of the reason guys, we've all been busy. The parody guys, they've talked about, oh, the parody guys quit the show and da da da. It's like, there's only so many hours in the day. I've been working like crazy. I know the other two guys have been super busy, and I'm trying to like do my own stream. And, a lot of you guys know what I got a lot of stuff going on in my life. My mom's not doing well. I got all kinds of I got shit going on. But anyway, I was invited to the VIP premiere of the documentary about Hogan and Bubba's wife and the tape of them in the bedroom doing what? Steamy. So yeah, as a thank you, I wanted to at least get a song in. We'll see if I don't know, Bubba might be over the parody songs. That's fine though. We still do them over here. Icy Bird said, I loved him before the Y2K. Then he went off the air for something. Oh yeah. Yeah, there's various reasons. Bubba's had some problems. He's kind of been blacklisted, but it's cool. It's like, he really has made lemonade out of lemons. Bubba got blacklisted from radio pretty much, which kind of forced him a few years ago. What was this, like 7-8 years ago? Something like that now? They went over to Twitch and they started streaming. And then because the radio stuff was going so bad, Bubba was getting blacklisted so bad because of the Hogan tape and all that stuff, all the drama he had. And so, yeah, now Bubba's been focusing more on digital stuff. He's doing podcasting. He does his live stream. The radio show is live streamed to YouTube at 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern time. And yeah, the show is as good as it's ever been to me. There's people that talk shit. I don't think they're really giving it a fair listen. I think people they don't even, People want a reason to hate Bubba, and I get it. Bubba pushes people's buttons, but you can't deny the show's like the best. Johnny Z's up in here. What's up, Johnny Z? Adam, thank you, sir. Adam reposted the stream. I saw a few people reposting stuff on the Twitter. Thank you, guys. I appreciate all the support. If you haven't already, would you please hit the like button? And if you're new around here, please subscribe. I really been grinding. I stream 5 nights a week on here. Got to get in while the getting's good. Become a recognized member of my chat because this stream is taking off. Okay, we're gaining new subs every day, and once I get over 1,000, I'm gonna act like I have 1 million, and I ain't gonna pay attention to none of y'all new hoes. You better get up in this chat. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, I was gonna say too. So he supposedly, it appears, he hits the dog with the shock collar thing, and the dog yelps. This is telling to me too, right here, where when the dog yelps and he looks back and he goes, "You're being what is up with you? You're being such a baby." Dude, that right there tells me that makes me think he did hit it with the shock collar, because if he's saying the dog is being a baby, he's saying he knows what the dog is reacting to and that the electricity isn't turned up that high, okay? That's what that implies to me. Because again, if this was like I thought initially, like, oh, the dog just like it caught its little nail in the side of, like, maybe there's hard plastic on the side of that platform it's on. It caught its nail, or it's got a sensitive paw, or he cut the nails too short, or so, But that's the thing, is you don't know, right? If the dog hurt its paw, or if you didn't shock the dog with the shock collar, then you don't know what it's reacting to when it yelped. So then you wouldn't say, "Oh, you're being a baby." Like if the dog could have like a broken toe or something, if you don't know, then you won't go, "Oh, you're being such a baby." The fact that he says that too makes me think that he did shock it. And he's going, "Oh, I just hit you with the level 3 zap. This thing goes up to 5. You shut the fuck up over there." That's what that tells me.
Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby. It's just you're making her stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom. No, she doesn't want to come over here to see what's up. She just wants to fucking roam the house because she got to roam the house when I was gone. And she needs to literally have the same structured regimen.
Dude, and this too at the end, he's pretty much admitting it, right? Man, I guess I'm fucking nuts for even thinking for a second. Like, that's just because I didn't see the full video here with the talking at the end. He's justifying it. He's actually saying right now that the dog got spoiled when my mom was here taking care of her because she let her roam around, and I'm not letting her roam around. Dude, he definitely shocked this dog. That is kind of crazy. Man, this is like exactly what I was just describing as like a joke. Like, this is his brain. This motherfucker has been like debating so long in bad faith, He's been debating in bad faith every time he opens his mouth, to the extent that it's corrupted his actual like way of thinking. It's not like, his debate tactics are just some kind of technique to win a debate. It's actually corrupted his daily thinking to where you can twist reality into it being okay for you to shock your dog that's supposed to be your best friend that you love and care for. You can like convince yourself it's okay to shock your dog to keep it as a decoration for your stream. That is actually crazy. And then he put himself in a bad mood because of it. Now he's all mad. Trump, this and this. I hate everything.
Documented.
Dude, what a disgusting. That is like, dude, that's kind of actually fucking gross. He's like I just got the worst vibe from him looking back at the dog like that. This dog is a fucking prisoner. That is sad. Does he love this dog or no? You guys think he actually loves this dog, but his brain's just fucked up? Or do you think the dog is actually, he bought it to be a living decoration and he wants his money's worth out of it? I don't know.
I think that clip went to Trump's big baby desk immediately. I hate everything. I hate everything.
I just got caught abusing my dog. I hate everything. Oh, fuck. I just got caught abusing my dog. I hate everything, guys. Oh, fuck. That's rough, man. Oh. I just got caught abusing my dog. I fucking hate my life. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, let me get to hold on. So here, there's some more clips. There's more clips of him with his dog. Hold on. Where is... There's that one. Oh, okay, hold on. Yeah, here we go. Take a look at this shit. This is telling. This is telling, guys. It's Trump's fault I beat my dog. God damn you, Trump! Control Shift Zap. Will that work for my computer? I need to get the shock collar attachment for my cat when it starts meowing outside my door. Guys, you know how my cat interrupts the stream sometimes? What if we were just watching some debate video and I'm sitting here and you guys started hearing a cat meowing outside my bedroom door? I mean studio door. It's my studio we're in, not my bedroom. What if you guys heard my cat pawing at my door and meowing and you saw me go dee 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 and it went What if you guys could audibly hear that outside my door? Would that not be hilarious? If you heard my cat going and then you guys saw me go. Guys, my cat's bothering me. Hold on. Eru worshiper. It says, fuck Trump, though. Bro, you know what? I'm with you. I have no reason to be happy with Trump right now. Really, I hope Trump does good things, but right now, this I'm sorry. The Trump administration, to me, is a really bad joke with no punchline, and it's a dark humor kind of joke where it involves dead babies and stuff, you know? Not a cool vibe right now. All right, let me pull this up. Hold on. And then I yell at the cat for being a baby. Yeah. Shut the fuck up, you pussy. You're being such a baby right now. That was a level 8 zap. This thing goes up to 11, bitch. All right, I'll go down here. Here. So this is another clip with him and his... Who is this lit? This tech tone guy is really dogging on Hasan. No pun intended.
And now it's mainstream. I love her. I think her collar's too tight.
Well, it's here we get.
It's you have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get one. I think you're choking.
Oh God. You have to be able to get 2 fingers in there. I couldn't even fit a hair in there. I tried to thread a needle through through your dog's collar and between the collar and the neck. I couldn't even get it through there. Maybe that's actually pretty funny. Maybe the the punchline is hidden in the Epstein files. You know what? It might be. I hope so. I'm praying like hell it is. I'm praying the punchline is like, every world leader is banging kids, and it's not just Trump's name in the Epstein list. What if the Epstein list is just Trump? It's Trump's name in there like 10 times. Tectone is also a moron, though. He defends his dad doing bad stuff to girls. So, yeah, so I saw someone replied with something under this video. I don't doubt it. Tectone better be careful. He's going to get zapped. Bro. It ain't safe out there for anybody. Hasan's electrocuting everybody. It ain't safe. Richie April, fucking Tampa Terry. This guy is a dog beater, bro. JD Vance loves dogs. My boy JD would whoop this kid's ass, bro. That's funny. JD Vance gives me dog beating vibes too. I don't know about that, Tampa Terry. Isn't that something you have to do to like be in the CIA, which we know JD Vance is definitely in the CIA. Isn't that like something like similar? They make you do like what they make the Nazis and stuff do is you have to raise like a little puppy or a kitten, and once it gets to the age where it's like a couple months away from not being a cute puppy, they make you like smash its brains with your bare hands or choke it out. That's the vibes I get from JD Vance. That's probably what Hasan was planning on doing with his dog. The collar's too tight.
She's like, it's she has a lot of neck meat.
She's got a lot of neck meat. Good for the shocking. That neck meat can take a real beating.
And now it's mainstream. I love her. I think her collar's too tight.
Well, it's here we get.
It's you have to be able to get 2 fingers, and I couldn't even get one. I think you're choking her.
She's like, it's she has a lot of neck meat.
He's like, it's not called choking, it's called training. I'm training her. Thank you, lady. Icy Bird. Dog's got them god neck bones. Yeah, let's hope this dog's neck bones are at least as strong as Charlie Kirk's neck bones. This dog can take a bullet in the neck. I'm telling you, the meat on this dog's neck. The meat on this fucking dog's neck. So what's this other clip? This is him. Let's see. We might take a look at the Moist Critical video. I didn't know he released something until I saw Hasan's reaction to it. Maybe we'll go take a look at that. So this next clip is Hasan. Let's see how he's reacting to this because I'm actually intrigued. I'm intrigued here. Hasan reacts to Moist Critical. That's the Penguin Zero YouTube channel. Moist Critical dropping his video says he could have messaged him or his friends first to find out full story. Bro, what full story do we need? Guys, I was actually like, when I'm telling you guys, I saw this clip And when I initially saw the clip of Hasan with his dog, I wasn't even going to cover it because I thought it was bullshit. I was like, the dog just stepped. It looked like its paws fucked up. Dude, it was not the dog's paw. I am no longer thinking that. Ends up sending him a DM. So Hasan reacts to the Moist critical deal. He's pissed off that Moist didn't reach out to him for the full story of why he shocks his dog to keep it on the bed, as if there's any context that makes that okay. So this is what he put into the DM to Moist, I guess. Oh, yeah. So he put his... No. Okay, this is the quote from this video I think we're about to see. Anyway, he put his stake on this. All these guys do is basically farm Reddit for talking points, and Reddit can so easily be botted, manipulated. If he thinks that, he can... S my D. Took him 2 years to come out and say, yeah, genocide is happening. About Gaza, I'm assuming.
If I were you, to be honest, I mean, he put his fucking flag on he put his stake on this. Okay. He was like, oh, enough people shit on him. It's good enough. It's like, obviously not it's obviously, no matter how fucking made up a narrative it is, if a clip looks bad enough, then he will go with it. And he will just use these guys.
Oh my God, the dog's back there. Elbows, what's up, Elbows? Elbows with the bros. Oh, I heard that recently Hasan's dog converted to Judaism. Might have something to do with that, yeah. Maybe, you know, guys, anything's possible. We're trying to... When you guys keep coming up with these different theories and justifications, you know, we're trying to help Hasan. We're trying to defend him. There's probably a good reason to shock your dog so it stays on the bed. There's probably something deeper to it. I don't know. But look, the dog's back there.
All they fucking do, all these guys fucking do is basically farm Reddit for talking points. And Reddit can so easily be botted and manipulated. And I don't think we're ever going to get ahead of that. There's just nothing we can do. Bro, he said you're abusing Kyle. Like, no way, fuck him. Yeah, I mean, if he thinks that he can suck my dick. Weird how quiet he was about literal pedophilia in certain communities. I mean, it took him 2 years to fucking come out and be like, yeah, the genocide is happening and it's really fucking bad.
Dude, look at this. This is pathetic, bro. He's fucking... Oh my God. This is funny. This is funny. Hasan is big mad. He got called out. Dude, let me say, if I could, I would be more than willing to make a whole stream apologizing for ever even considering the fact that Hasan might do that to his dog. If there is some way he could actually reasonably convince me that that's not what happened in those clips, but that is exactly what it looks like happened in those clips. This guy, dude, if that's for real, this guy can fucking fuck off. Dude, I'm telling you guys, I'm hoping, and recently, you know, my stream's been going pretty good. We're getting more traction all the time. I'm really surprised because it was a good few months there where it was like a miracle if I could get over 100 views on a fucking live stream. It's such a struggle to get out of, you know, the throttled or just shitty algorithm. But yeah, guys, things have been going a lot better. I'm hoping there's more streams like mine and like Scott Starbird's where it's like you're a real person just doing a fucking stream and entertaining people. I don't know why. It seems like so many of the biggest streamers are absolute dirtbag pieces of shit. it's like you kind of expect that if you're talking about who's the richest banker or who's the richest real estate mogul or fucking like you expect people in some careers or some hobbies or something to be extremely aggressive and shitty about it, to be a shitty person might help you to like get to the top, where you can be a shitty person as long as you're just calculated enough and know who to not cross and when. You can claw and scrape and fuck over your way to the top. It seems like for being a streamer, you shouldn't have to be a disgusting piece of shit. But more and more, we see this every day. I don't get it. I don't get why these people are like uh, people can't see past this. I mean, I don't know. Hasan has always seemed to me like a little, not somebody that I would watch or support or whatever. I don't know how these people that are just like have these underlying fucking issues, clearly issues, get such a big following. I guess that's just the internet. That's what people like, is fucking fucked up autistic people. I'm not playing a gay autistic man aggressively enough. I need to like be having mental breakdowns and beating my dog or my cat on the stream, and that'll get you a following. Or I could just stick to what I'm doing and hopefully it catches on with other people. I don't know. Seems like I might have to commit a crime to be a real streamer and get a following. That might actually be the case, guys. I'll do whatever I have to do. Oh, Scott Sarber, did you? Hold on, Scott. Let me pull this up. Sorry, I wasn't reading chat for a second. Oh, are you guys? Hold on a second. Hold on. Got to be careful with Twitter, guys. Just got to. Yeah, dude. So I saw this isn't the picture I saw. These are better pictures. Here we go. These are better pictures. I saw a different picture going around where it was still fairly covered by the fur. Dude, look at that. What the fuck else is that? It's not a tracker. It's definitely not a tracker because he doesn't let the dog leave the bed. There's no way he could lose the dog. He doesn't let it leave that 2x3 foot space. That's definitely a shock collar. God, what a fucking disgusting thing. Again, guys, it's like a shock collar. There's probably some good reasons to use that. I would say it's probably fairly few and far between when you should actually recommend someone use one of these instead of just like being able to train your dog. That's nuts, man. That's nuts. No need for GPS, exactly. Scott Starbird, thank you, dude. That's wild. Here, it's it's 9:15. Let me pull up the YouTube. Let's see what Moist is saying about this. I'm curious if I'll get rid of that tab. Get rid of that one. 22 hours ago. I guess this is it. I don't think he has. I guess he covers a few topics on here. Here, let me get you guys on this tab so you can see what I'm talking about. Dog was probably trying to just get some water. Well, that's very dangerous for the dog to drink water because it has an electric device attached to his neck. So he saved his dog's life by shocking it before it could get over to the water bowl, Kenny. That's how that works. This guy's a saint.
James is a man in love, but he's a man who's been burned.
Obviously, I'm a little...
Yeah, guys, I don't, it's a really bad look. He's clearly shocked it. That's a bad look. And again, I honestly don't think Hasan is like consciously a cruel person. I think he actually, like I said, he just I feel like he went debate brained and fell down a slippery slope of thinking like, oh yeah, it's okay to shock my dog to keep it stuck in the corner just so that the bots in my chat will like see the dog. I mean, that's wild and it's fucked up. And being clear, I don't think Hasan is like a piece of shit. I think he actually, it's fucked up. It's a shitty thing to do. But yeah, man, I don't think he's a cruel person. I think he went debate brained and just kept justifying and whatever in his head. And eventually he ended up torturing his dog live on stream accidentally.
Reese, no, I haven't showered yet. So what? Who cares? Have you showered?
Oh shit! That makes two of us. I told you guys I haven't showered tonight either. I worked so fucking late. Me and Moist Critical have different reasons for not having showered. I wonder why he didn't shower. I know he doesn't have a day job. He just gets on and talks shit about other streamers like I do.
Showered yet? If you did and didn't use Cheeky soap, then it doesn't count. Cheeky's the best soap in the universe. I know, I'm looking disheveled, but what are you? The Mighty Morphin Shower Rangers? I also haven't grown any taller. I'm still short. You want to make a big deal out of that too? Point is, yesterday...
A lot of this is hitting home for me. It ain't easy being under 5'8", guys.
It was a pretty crazy day on Twitch. I think most of you have noticed over the last year or so, I've been very out of touch when it comes to internet creator drama.
Scott Starboard said, hurt people, hurt animals. That's pretty funny. This is the guy that started the wildfires. Who, Hasan? That might be possible. It might have been an accident, though. He might have been outside walking his dog and hit it with a shock collar, and then a spark jumped and it set some dry leaves on fire. That might have been what happened.
I've been keeping up like I used to, but occasionally I do still dip my toes in sporadically to see what's going on. And yesterday during stream, chat was telling me about two really big things that were happening. The first being a live streamed birth on Twitch. The second being Hasan.
Oh yeah, I almost covered this too the other night. The live stream, this was like yesterday or something, right? That's wild, guys. This is the first live streamed. Man, you know what? I bet technically on Twitch, this is probably true for Twitch, but I wouldn't doubt that there might actually be technically someone else that was born on a live stream. Who knows? There's probably some technicality out there somewhere where one was streamed like to an audience, or maybe not. I guess maybe not. I'm just thinking about like that live stream gamer. It was like a Japanese TV show where they had this guy like trapped inside of a room for like a year straight. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? He was like the first live streamer, but it was like in the 90s or something. I just feel like I wouldn't doubt that there's been a pregnancy that was like incidentally streamed to other people before this, but anyway.
Apparently using a shock collar on his dog on Twitch. Both of these sounded fucking nuts to me, so obviously I looked into them. And I know the Hasan dog stuff is what's blown up the most, but I actually want to start by blabbering about the live birth, because out of the two of these, this is the one I have the least to say with. The Hasan dog one, be yapping. Well, let's start with the live birth, because apparently I've got a very hot take with this. The sentiment across the web, from what I can tell, is people are extremely positive about it, very supportive, and think that it was a wonderful thing. I don't necessarily have that perspective. I'll show you a brief snippet here of what the stream was like, with the baby being delivered in front of, like, allegedly, you know, tens of thousands of viewers. I'm seeing numbers that range from 30,000 to 100,000. I think people claiming 100,000 are including all the people that watch partied the birth.
The baby's here, chat. The baby's here.
Now, I want to be clear, I'm very happy that everything went well with the delivery here. When it comes to home births, I've heard like horror stories and such about things that can go wrong and then not being able to get immediate care that a hospital offers. Like, there are...
Kenny Powers, Hasan is shocking this lady. It made the baby come out smoother. Hasan shocked her neck. Oh, that was a very smooth birth. Elbows down said, I've delivered a few litters of puppies. It stinks. I wouldn't let a woman give birth in my TV room. You'll never get that smell out of the house. Word. Bro, so that's interesting you said that. So my mom, when I was a young lad growing up, pretty much all through, what years would it's middle school, pretty much through high school, and I think it was even after we graduate or after I graduated. Few years, dude, got for like decades, my mom bred different breeds of dogs. She started off with boxers. She had, you know, she bought a boxer. A friend of hers had one. She ended up breeding hers, and yeah, my mom is a registered nurse. So like 90% of the time that we had these pregnant dogs, we would just deliver them at home. And sometimes the dogs would be in labor like overnight or something. And my mom would be out of the room, and my brother and I would be on watch for new puppies coming. And this happened for I've delivered boxers, schnauzers, dachshunds, French bulldogs. Wondering if I'm forgetting a breed, but yeah, I've delivered a bunch of, probably I've delivered over 10 animals, 10 different dogs, puppies, and yeah, it is stinky. You have PTSD what from delivering them? It wasn't that bad, honestly. I've heard it's pretty messy. Yeah, for at least for the dogs, normally the puppies come out and they're still in like a sack. Like over half the time the puppies come out and they're in a sack still. You have to, like, it's not a thick thing. It's just like a membrane that's around them, and you got to rip through it and make sure they don't have shit in their, like, in their lungs and deep in their mouth and stuff. We normally keep a little sucker thing on us. So yeah, if the puppy, you have to, like, you know, stimulate it and make sure you can hear it go, like it makes almost like a baby. It doesn't bark or whatever. It does like a little noise. You got to make sure its lungs are clear. And then we use a little string and tie off the umbilical cord. And the mother usually eats the sack and the umbilical cord and all that shit. And you dry them off, and normally if it's smooth sailing, that's how it goes. It's that easy. When there's complications, then you gotta, you know, whatever, you gotta suck the lungs out and all that shit, hold it upside down and try to get the liquid out. We've had problems before, but yeah, it's not that bad. I could probably, you know what, if I were like somewhere where there was a pregnant woman delivering a baby, I could like do enough to just like, I could probably, as long as nothing catastrophic happened, like I could help with it, I feel, at least that's probably, I shouldn't feel that. I'm not a doctor. Guys, tell me I'm not a doctor. I'm walking around thinking that I can deliver children. I will accidentally kill your child.
There's just a lot of things that I've read about that can be like disastrous, and I'm super, super relieved.
Look, if your child comes out and it's whining too much, I will put a shock collar on it.
That this was not one of those cases. It seems like everything went really smooth. Everything went perfectly. A healthy baby was delivered, and I think that is all extraordinary. That being said, I really hate that there has been a complete deterioration of the value of privacy. It seems like people don't want privacy anymore. Like, there's no such thing as like a special moment anymore if you can't monetize it and publicly display it. Something like the birth of your child, to me, would be something that you would want with your closest family, your soulmate. Like, this would be something so personal that you wouldn't want just a bunch of strangers peeking in on. And of course, I'm not her.
Shut the fuck up. It's cool. I wish I was the first live streamed birth baby. Bitch, please.
Not the family. She can do whatever she wants, but I'm giving you my perspective here, that to me, this seems like a sign of the times where everything...
Moist Critical is just mad that he was born in a regular hospital, not live streamed, and premature, clearly, because he's under 5'8" like me.
Needs to be like content brand, content oriented. There's really no other reason to be live streaming the delivery of your child other than the obvious attention it's going to bring with it. And I don't know, to me that just feels so odd and so, I hate using this word, dystopian. That word is like actual fucking like acid leaving my mouth because it's lost so much meaning with how overly it's used, but this feels so dystopian to me. It turns something as sacred as life entering this world into a monetizable spectacle, an event that tons of people were watch partying like it was a fucking football game. So it's not just a baby that might need to be breastfed here. She actually went out and was breastfeeding the entirety of the Twitch ecosystem here with additional views for those streams that were...
Man, I guess I'm just too innocent here, guys. I have the fucking PayPal and a Venmo. I'm not monetized yet on YouTube, but I got a PayPal, Venmo. I'm not like... I forget to mention my PayPal and Venmo. I'm actually not just coming on here to try to fucking rake in some money. So I guess innocently, when I see this, I'm like, this is cool. As someone sharing the birth of their child with, in theory, the entire world, whoever has internet access and wants to see can see. And you're sharing that with the world, and it's the first person, in theory, to ever have done that. I think that's like a really cool thing. I don't know. I mean, I get it. I get where he's coming from. The monetization thing, I guess I didn't even... That's not even something that I was just like first thinking of. I mean, I guess it is like, okay, they're using it to make some money, but I don't know. My initial reaction is that it's kind of cool that they're the first people to share something so special with the world.
Watching and reacting to her giving birth. I just think that is so fucking sad that everything has to be content now. Before that baby can even have its first thought or open its eyes, it's already a piece of content. It's
Johnny Z. Friley, he said maybe they can get Bad Bunny to do the birthing halftime. At least they have Bad Bunny call in and congratulate them. Hey, it's Bad Bunny. Hey, congratulations. He would just Bad Bunny would call in and say congratulations and give them well wishes, but he'd do it all in Spanish, and they would say, "What did you just say? Can you translate that?" And he'd go, "Yeah, well, I'm playing the Super Bowl, and if you want to know what I just said, you have 2 months to learn the language."
Already in the social media chaotic swirl. It's already on camera. And to me,
Penny, exactly. This guy's just mad the baby's got more followers than him. Me too, though. Don't get it twisted. I'm pissed. I'm pissed off this baby has more followers than me already, for sure. For sure. Isn't that fucked up? Guys, what do I have to do? What do I have to do to get followers on here? Abuse my dog and get ripped out of a placenta live on stream? Is that what you guys want to see out of me? I'll do whatever I can. I can be born again if that's what you need. I can reenact my birthing process and rip out of a placenta and then punch my cat if that's going to get me the views.
that's just crazy. But to a lot of people, it's not, which I think is just kind of concerning that we've deteriorated so much that everything is like expected to be content now. I'm a viewer of this streamer. Why
Oh,
shouldn't
come
I be
on.
allowed in the delivery room when she gives birth? In fact, that makes a lot of sense for me to be there, actually. I've watched her streams a lot. I don't know. I just don't like that. Again, I'm very happy that everything went super well here with the actual delivery of the baby and everything seems to be very healthy, and I think that's great. I just truly cannot agree with the sentiment that this is somehow like a positive thing, because I don't view it that way. Like, to me, this is very clearly content first, like content focused, and everyone can eat, so everyone gets a piece of content to watch this baby being born. I don't know. I don't really like that idea. It somewhat reminds me of a joke I told a while ago about a piece of content about how I should deliver a baby. Like how extreme that would be as like a banger video to deliver someone's baby. It's kind of like that joke, but unironically here. Like, it actually happened.
Yes, Kenny Powers, like Ace Ventura popping out of the rhino. Yeah. Just think of me popping out of a placenta like it's the rhino from Ace Ventura. Well, I got my teeth out of the hole.
Well, of course, not to the level of like some completely unqualified goober like delivering a baby, but just like the act of a child being born into this world immediately becoming a piece of content. I just don't like that. Anyway, though, let's move on to the next subject. This is the one that is by far the biggest from yesterday, and probably one of just the biggest topics in general, which is Hasan and his dog.
But it is emblematic of all of America's much more consequential violence. Okay? It's the same reason as to why America, Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop.
Dude, that's so funny. You know why I changed my mind with this so quickly after seeing the full like 1 minute clip where you see the dog step off. You know what I recognized here? Now, I don't have a shock collar on my cat, okay? But my cat loves to jump up on the counters, okay? And what else did what does he do that's like this? But I see my cat, the way this dog looked at him, it sort of stepped off of the platform just halfway like that and sort of like looked up to see if he noticed. that dog is like testing him, you know? My cat, I've seen my cat do this where it's like inching over to this part of my kitchen to jump on my kitchen counters or fucking he'll like he'll like get in my way when I'm trying to work out and stuff like that, and I'll see him like where he's kind of looks at me and he'll do something just to test me. My other cat does that too. Or she's doing that now with my goddamn with my Halloween decorations that I have up. The cat will like sort of look over and then touch it to see if I'm like really paying attention. That's like exactly what this dog is doing right here. Just like stepped off just to see like is this piece of shit watching me right now? I'm just gonna test my limits here.
Jesus Christ, what are you doing? You're being such a baby. It's just You're making her stressed. She just literally is so incredibly spoiled from my mom.
Now, for the life of me, like, I cannot understand what he's even upset about in the first place that he starts, like, scolding the dog for. She moved, like, an inch, like, slightly off of that. It's like in a video game, like in Metal Gear Solid, when someone gets, like, a fucking question mark over their head, they're, like, zipping to you immediately. Like, she doesn't do anything, really, other than move slightly. And he is noticeably upset. He is upset about that specifically. Even before this incident, earlier in the stream, he had already, gotten annoyed at her for moving around prior to this.
The absolute worst country on the planet, straight up, bar none, a capitalist shithole. Kaya, now is not the opportunity for you to down. The absolute worst.
Man, that's fucked up. I mean, guys, I don't like. I'm honestly, I just wanna. It feels so fucked up. But how how many people have their pet just like extremely well trained? Like I guess I'm getting at, where do we really draw the line here between like having your dog trained well? How long does he go on stream, and does he really force the dog to sit there the whole time? I mean, I just don't know if I could like make it through a whole Hasan stream. I don't know. But it feels so fucked up. It's like, yeah, I don't know where you draw the line. How many people are like training their dogs? Not just like I said, it's one thing if what if you're like renting at a property or something, you can't put a fence up, you have a dog and you have a perimeter with a shock thing to keep your dog from leaving, or I don't know where this is like something that's actually necessary. I don't know, man. You know what? And to be real, dude, my mom has had shock collars for the dogs that of course this wasn't, we had like, dude, we had at one point we had like 30 dogs. It was like illegal the amount of dogs that we had for being in city property. They had plenty space to roam and stuff, though. The property that we were on was a big property. But yeah, there was like, and this wasn't even one of the dogs that she had for breeding. This was like my mom's personal dog that she loved. One of them that we had when we were younger that was like, barked a lot. And she bought this shock collar, and we used it for like a short amount of time. And I definitely was not okay with it, but my brother put it on and tested it on himself. My brother grabbed it. It was the funniest thing I ever seen. Oh my god, I just brought back that memory. Oh fuck, my brother grabbed the shock collar and just put it up right here and went. He went. He just goes. My brother holds it up and goes, ah, and it goes. It was so funny. But yeah, it's shock collars. That's not cool. Promo code Lummy's up in here. What's up, lover? Welcome. Oh fuck. Oh yeah, it's so funny, dude. Sometimes my brother is thoroughly entertaining, I gotta say. Oh fuck, man, that was so funny. Oh my god. He just held it up to his own neck like a fucking beast. Oh, like a actual goddamn savage. My brother just held the shock collar up to his own goddamn neck. and yelled. Oh my god. What a fucking animal. What a goddamn. Oh my god. What a goddamn freak. Oh fuck. I'm tearing up. Oh, that's funny. I gotta tell him when I get off the stream. I'm gonna tell him, bro. I was covering the streamer who was using a shock collar on his dog, and I remembered you holding one up to your neck. Oh fuck, man. It was so funny, dude. He didn't even put it on. You know, like you could see like if you put it on and you're scared and you put it on. Like when Bubba uses the shock collars, he did shock collar karaoke. You guys remember that? He would have people try to like sing a karaoke song, and then Bubba would just randomly hit the shock collar at different times to like fuck you up. You know, that's like at least different where you put the collar on and you're just sort of like it's like you get on the ride and you go. My brother fucking held it to his own neck and just like screamed. Oh fuck. All right, let's move on, guys. It was so funny.
Fucking place on the planet. Just a horrific.
So I think it's pretty clear that the dog moving off of that spot is what's making Hasan annoyed at her. Now, I saw he mentioned place training. Place is an actual dog training thing. And the whole idea behind it is designating a spot in a comfortable location.
Okay, so you know what? I appreciate this. This motherfucker actually looked into this because you know what? Like I said, guys, I had a crazy day. There was no way I was gonna have time to research what kind of abuse this is. Okay, but luckily someone did. I'm interested to see what he says here because, like I said, I don't know how common this is. I've never. Let me say, you guys, I just. You know, I don't know if any of you question how much I know about breeding dogs and whatever. Like I said, I've had to deliver them. My mom would bred them like as a business, AKC, CKC registered puppies, selling them. She used to put the ads in the paper. This is how long ago this was. You used to have to put the ads in the paper, in the newspaper, to sell the fucking things. But anyway, I've been in the game, and it's not like I've been in 100,000 fucking different people's homes who raise the dogs and whatever. But guys, I've been around a lot of like other dog owners and stuff, just having been through the business of selling dogs. I've never seen someone do this. I've never heard of this. This right now, place training, I'm not familiar with that term at all. And I was part of a dog breeding, selling business for decades. So I don't know how common this is.
For your pet. For a lot of people, I know it's like their office if they work from home. And Hasan was talking about how that area is her place. And for dog training, place is supposed to be like their happy spot where they are super safe and they feel super secure. And the way training goes with this, at least from everything I know about dog training, now keep in mind, when we first got Tetra, we did do dog training because my grandmother used to live with my parents.
Okay, so place train. All right, so here I'll try to not stop and start too much with. I'll let him explain whatever. But so I was under the assumption for a second that place training was specifically something involving the shock collar. No, this absolutely makes sense. Having when you have a dog, even if you're going to have the dog loose in your house and whatever, a lot of people still have a kennel for it and stuff, and the dog likes the kennel. Like it's not something you use to punish the dog. It's like it's like the dog's safe spot. It's the dog's actual personal spot. If you don't do that, they inevitably they end up calling one part of your sofa or whatever that ends up being full of dog hair or whatever the fuck. So yeah, no, this makes sense. But in terms of using a shock collar to keep an animal in one spot, That I've never heard of in my life.
And Tetri gets very excited to see people. It's the cutest thing in the world, but she loves to jump on people. And my grandma, living at my parents, when we'd go to visit, or if they came to visit, if Tetra would jump on her, it could cause injury. So we did do dog training in order to learn how to, like, help with that. We didn't do any, like, fear training or anything like that with shock collars or whatever, but place was something that we did learn about. And when it comes to place, you do not want to, like, make it something stressful for the animal, at least in our teachings.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a comforting spot for them, not like a stressful thing where they just go there and fucking, like, you know, blue screen in the brain and just sit there idly comatose. And if they don't, they get punished. So he's calling this her place, but when she's moving from the place, he's scolding her.
This isn't the garage anymore. This is what comes next. You did what most can't.
That's not what we were taught you're supposed to do when it comes to place training. That kind of defeats the purpose of it. I don't know why he would be getting so upset at that, like angry at the dog for moving from place. That really does kind of defeat the whole purpose of it. And then in that clip, it seems like he reaches for something. Like he looks off screen and he extends his arm to something, and then shortly thereafter, the dog yelps in pain, and Hasan turns around and calls her a baby. And then tries to reassure the chat that she is spoiled, and then goes on to say that she's spoiled because his mother lets her, you know, have free roam around the house. Now, he and the community are claiming that he didn't use a shock collar or anything, didn't, like, zap her, you know, fucking Palpatine lightning blast her or anything like that. She got her dew claw stuck on that spot, and that's what made her yelp in pain. I guess, quick dog lore breakdown if you're not familiar with how those creatures function or anything. The dew claw is separate from, like, the paw pad area claws. The dew claw is a little higher up on the leg. And it's an old trait from back way in yesteryear when dogs needed that extra claw. It is just now an evolutionary leftover. It's still present, but it's not something that obviously gets utilized by dogs to the same degree it used to.
Blummels. What's up, Blummels? Welcome. He said he's prone to violence. Most commies are. Fair point, Blummels. Thanks for joining us. What's up, lover? How's it going? Oh, promo code. Promo said, my brother's friends and I had an intervention. My brother once, and we had to intervention. My brother once, and we had him duct taped to a chair because he was so bad on heron. Damn, bro. Dude, guys, let me say, I was really fucked up, hooked on painkillers. It's crazy right now. I need to do a full episode, a full stream talking about Kratom, just so we'll have like a full video out there that maybe if there's someone looking around and they just want a good video that gives a nice amount of anecdotal data and, you know, actual scientific knowledge, it would be something that might help point them in the right direction, because there's a lot of confusion out there with the Kratom stuff right now. Kratom, like, saved my life, guys. I was bad on painkillers, and when I say bad, I mean bad for me. Compared to other junkies, I was like not even a junkie. But guys, I was to the point where I really was scared to my core that I was going to be hooked on them my whole life. Yeah, the Roxy 30s, yes, dude. That's what was up. The Roxy 30s. I used to break them into quarters. I'd break a quarter off and then crush it down on a little mirror and snort that. That was like, you know, I used to keep it fairly low. At my worst, I was doing a third of a 30. I'd snort 10 milligrams. I think that's like about as bad as I got, because I knew it was not a cool thing. I knew it wasn't a good thing to be doing. And I tried to really keep myself from getting crazy on them. Like, I had friends that snorted. They had to do like a whole pill, snort a whole pill, crush an entire 30 milligram and more than that. And then they had started, dabbling with the injecting and all that and smoking it. I had friends that would smoke them, like you put it on a piece of foil and fucking heat it underneath, and it slides down the foil, and you like smoke it with a straw. Fucking complete crackhead shit. I never tried smoking it or injecting or anything. Luckily, I never went that route. But dude, I was at my lowest point ever in my life. Fucked up on those pills. And somehow, somewhere, I couldn't even tell you how I found out about it. Somehow I was like, I don't even know. I must have been reading online or looking around somewhere to you know, figure out what to do to get off of them. I don't even know how I found kratom, guys. But it was a absolute blessing. I think I must have read somewhere that people use it, and I remember reading that it's banned in such and such country because I think it was Thailand or something. There was some place where they actually had it banned, and the word on the street was they had it banned there because it worked so well to keep people off of the heroin, and there's heroin grown and that. I don't know. I don't. Anyway, I heard there was some controversy with the kratom, but that it's supposed to be good to get off of the painkillers because it's an opioid. And I was just so desperate. It was some random herb on the internet. I mean, who the fuck knew what they would have even sent me if, and even if I did get kratom, if that is the 7-0 stuff. You want to know about the 7-0 stuff? So yeah, guys, basically we'll do, you know what? We'll do this. We'll plan on this tomorrow. Blummels, what you plan to come back tomorrow night? I know I'll probably, hopefully work is a little easier on me tomorrow. And I can do a good stream. We'll talk about that tomorrow, unless there's like some crazy breaking news I have to cover. Well, that's what we'll do for the stream tomorrow. I'll show you guys some videos. There's some people that explain it fairly well, but yeah, 7-0, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of what that shit is like where people are tinkering with synthesizing and or extracting, like there's certain active compounds within kratom. There's various different active ingredients, or not it's just part of the kratom plant, but there's different compounds within it that are active in your body. And the 7-0, if I'm not mistaken, this stuff that people are getting really hooked on, it is compounds within kratom. But when you take a normal dose of kratom, you're not getting this concentration of this compound that is within kratom, So yeah, I've heard really terrible stories about people getting like absolutely helplessly hooked on this other shit. And unfortunately, kratom, the herb kratom is getting all of the heat for it. It really is unfortunate because, I mean, kratom is an absolute miracle. It's a miracle more than Charlie Kirk's bones were a miracle. It's a real miracle. I was sure I'd be, to this day, either hooked on those pills or possibly dead. So crazy.
It is a sensitive area. That is true. If you've ever cut your dog's nails, or if you've ever taken your dog to like a...
What you said, we'll get back to this. Sorry, guys. Kratom helped my brother's best friend a lot. That was like 15 years ago. Yeah, that's good. Be careful not to trade one addiction for the other. Yeah, Blummels, guys, it's so funny. So I know they do sell kratom extract. There was, even back when I started buying it, they sold extracts, which it was supposed to be like extracted all of the active compounds from the kratom, extracted or concentrated a little bit. It wasn't like they took one one active compound from it and concentrated that and tell you to fucking freebase it, or but I never messed with the concentrates or whatever. But yeah, guys, I mean, you guys have seen me. I took kratom on here when I was sick a couple weeks ago. I did it for like 2 or 3 days in a row. Then I took a day off, and I noticed my sort of like flu type symptoms were coming back a little bit, or I'd still kind of felt shitty after I quit the kratom that day. So then the next day I took it, and I took it for like the next day and then another day, and then I stopped taking it. I'm like, I would say I have a fairly addictive personality, and I didn't get like addicted to kratom. Guys, kratom, what's good about kratom is this is the thing, is I got to a point in my life where I was hooked on the painkillers and stuff. And I actually said to myself, I tried quitting. I tried buying enough painkillers. Like I had, back when I was still doing them, the price was going up because they started to regulate in Florida, and eventually the pills got like to where you couldn't even afford them. I quit before the pills were like crazy prices, but it started off for like $8, $5 to $10. You could get a 30 milligram Roxy, just like from random people that had scripts. And little did the junkies, half of the junkies had no idea that you could just go to the doctor and probably get them. You were buying them off of your buddy or whatever, who the fuck, but little did you know, you could have just gone to one of the fucking pill mills. That's how easy it used to be in Florida. But anyway, and then once the price went up, it was like, then you couldn't I remember during the phase where you couldn't get one for less than like $12. Then it went up to like 15, and I was like out. But I remember like 6 months to a year after I quit, where it was like $20 to $30 per pill to get those. Some junkies were still running around looking for them. But yeah, guys, I got to the point where what I'm long way around to get to that. I actually got to the point where I said, I know these pills are really bad for me and they're fucking me up, and I can't wean off of them. It was just impossible to wean off of them. I tried. I got to where I would do like only an eighth of a pill. And then once I got down to the last bit that I had to go buy more. I couldn't fucking you start to feel so shitty. It's just like, it's like your own personal hell. And I just said to myself, if I could just get through the withdrawal, I don't want to be high on opiates anymore. I really actually got to the point where I did not want to be on them anymore. I just wanted to get through the withdrawal. That was just the only thing down to my core. I was just like, I just need to get through the withdrawal stage and I'll be fine. And that's exactly what kratom did. I took the kratom for like about almost every day for like a month, and I was like over it. I was over the painkillers. Even if I ever felt tempted to do some, I would take some of the kratom. I never got like hooked on the kratom, and I only take it now if I get sick with something that's bad enough that I feel like I have a temperature. I got a fever going. I'll take kratom, and that kratom takes care of your fever. As long as you take it quick enough, it completely snaps you into shape. It's crazy. The smell of Roxy's, bro. The bitterness. I used to love the drip. I used to love to have like a Gatorade or something and be able to taste the drip from it going back through your nostrils, and drink like a Gatorade or something flavored that sort of takes it away, but I still got the bitterness back there, and it would reinforce some it would add extra placebo effect to my high. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm real fucked up. I can taste that drip. Rail down 80 milligrams, motherfucker. You're asking for trouble. Oh, you're so Blumels knows a little bit about this, I guess. What is it? Hold on. PCL? It's the fentanyl of kratom. We'll probably get into this. We'll probably get into this tomorrow night. Yeah, let's save some of this for tomorrow night. All right, let's get through the rest of this video, and I'm getting out of here. I wanted to be off before it. I still got to shower, make my protein shake for tomorrow. I had such a busy day, guys. I needed the money, though. It's good. It was a big wedding. There's a big wedding that we're doing the flowers for, and it's a decent amount of it. It's like 30 some arrangements, and the bridal bouquet, and all these fucking boutonnieres and corsages. I did all the corsages and boots today. It's a bunch.
Dog salon or something, and they like gave your dog a nail trim. You probably noticed that when it comes to the dew claw, they're very defensive on it, like cautious, because it is such a tender spot. I have watched this clip like fucking 10 or 15 times now. And today I had some friends come in from out of town, so obviously I've been out most of the day at the farm, and this was actually a conversational topic. It's become so big that it was brought up by them. And every single person, and pretty much everyone I've seen online outside of Hasan and Hasan's community, is all saying the same thing. That yes, it looks like the dog does like touch its leg to that spot on the bed.
Guys, this is funny because I didn't hear anything about people saying dew claw anything, and this is exactly what I thought when I saw the video the first time. Like I said, I didn't hear anybody talk about anything. I didn't see any speculation. I scrolled past this on Instagram, and I saw, people in the comments saying, oh, this and that. And I just immediately was like, man, I don't know about this one. It looks like the dog steps and its claw is sensitive or something. And then after I watched it a couple times later, I was like, man, I don't know about this. This looks bad.
But it doesn't look like it gets caught or anything.
Yeah.
So it feels very unlikely that that is what caused the dog to scream in pain. Like, I don't think that's what made Kaya, that's her name, yelp. It doesn't seem to get caught or snagged on anything, and dew claws aren't so sensitive and so tender that even touching them would cause like a panicked scream or anything. Unless she has an injury there, but I don't think Hasan has mentioned that, at least not that I've seen. So it feels to me very unlikely that that's what caused it, based on everything that we can see. Now, initially, even Hasan's community was starting to question, did he just shock Kaya? Did he just use a shock collar on stream? And the clip instantly started going viral, and he kind of downplayed it and shrugged it off as like, oh, a bunch of bad actors attacking me for some fucking phony baloney, barnacles here, unbelievable, this is all a load of fish paste. And instead of doing what I think most people, like not even just streamers, just normal people would do, of like showing, no, look, it's not a shock collar, obviously I didn't shock my dog, he instead just brushes it off saying, nope, it's not a shock collar, you're stupid for thinking that it is. And that's the attitude that his community had as well, like, oh, you must have psychosis if you think it's a shock collar. Which I think is a little odd because it's the easiest thing in the world to prove, right? You have all these people saying this shit, it's not true. Well, it takes like actually 3 seconds just to unclip that collar and just show like, hey guys, I don't want anyone to get the wrong idea here.
Dude, but yeah, and this is, I didn't know that he even like denied, I didn't even know people that day tried to confront him about this. This is a fair point, having knowing that. This is a good point. But dude, it's not, I feel like with everything that he says in that clip, like I already explained, all of that adds so much context to this, where it seems like he's justifying what he possibly did with hitting, zapping the dog with the shock collar. Because, right, the dog yelps. He notices the dog stepping off the thing by looking at his stream. He sees his display and goes, "Oh, the dog getting off the stream. Kaya, what the fuck?" And then turns around, puts his hand over, and then the dog yelps and it gets back up on the platform. And then he says, "You're being a baby." he doesn't know why the dog yelped in theory if he didn't shock it, like I said, but he's saying it's being a baby, and then seems to then justify, she wants to roam around the house. My mom let her roam around the house. That's implying you're not letting her roam, and that had something to do with what just happened to the dog, right? Like, I think, man, I feel like there's enough here that I have no guilt, even if there's some way to actually prove that he didn't shock the dog. I feel like there's enough here that I would have no guilt in my heart saying that this guy probably shocked his dog, and that's a really shitty thing to do, to like shock your dog just to keep it as a part of your fucking stream background.
This is not a shock collar. Look, here's what it is, and then explain it. Like, I feel like even a non-streamer, like a complete normie, average Joe Schmo, if you went...
Truth, yeah, Hasan needs the fucking collar. He should, if Hasan wore the collar and then took like super chats and you could shock him in the neck, he'd probably make a shitload of money. That's actually a good idea. Don't tell him that, because that's a gold mine.
To their house and saw that happen, they're like, hey, did you just shock that dog? They'd be like, oh my god, no, this is clearly a misunderstanding. No, that's not what happened. Like, I feel like most people would be very quick to show you and prove that it's not a shock collar because it's so quick and so easy to do. And the fact that he doesn't is odd. Like, it is very peculiar. Why wouldn't you in the moment? Like, that's such a natural thing to do, especially for what's easily a slam dunk. Like, you have all these people attacking you, you could easily just come out and fucking slam jam thank you ma'am on them by just being like, nope, it's not a shock collar, look, here you go, the proof is in the pudding, behold. Like, it'd be so quick, so simple, and it would be irrefutable. But that didn't happen yesterday. Instead, it was kind of brushed off as like, you've got to be fucking stupid to think that, Hasan would shock his dog on stream, and he just kind of propped it up as like, the only people that would believe this are like bad people in the first place, or like, grifters, this kind of thing. And I just find that to just be so disingenuous, because most people are going to see this and it looks like you shock your dog. Given how annoyed you are with the dog, and right before she yelps out in pain, you roll your eyes, you look at something on...
Yeah, man, you know what? I think this is like, I have to say, I'm probably doing like an over analyzation, like a psychological analyzation here that I have no credentials or business doing. But guys, Hasan, a lot of the time, there's been like I've seen some stuff here and there that like I've agreed with him on a couple points, but the way Hasan debates and stuff, and I've just seen a lot of it's just like, I don't know, man. I feel like this is like a symptom of someone being like a bad faith debater or something. This is the symptom of somebody that's like I said, kind of lost their way, just being a shitty debater, and somehow they have like a following and stuff, even though they're a shitty bad faith debater. And that's like when that like mental processing that you need to have to be a bad faith debater like that mental processing just like infects other aspects of your life. I don't know how long this guy streams too. I mean, I imagine if you're like going on stream, even if like baseline as a person, you're not like a bad faith piece of shit person, but you act like that on your stream for hours a day, I imagine that like the lines probably get blurred in some ways or so. I'm probably way over analyzing here, but it's the signs of a dishonest person. Kenny, yes, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't know. Yeah. And he's like, there's enough. This is a part of what I'm getting at here, is there is enough. If he were a real honest person, there is enough data, so to speak, and there's enough to see in these clips that an honest person would maybe be concerned and say, hey, yeah, this doesn't look great. If you're just being honest, this doesn't look great. The fact that he can't even acknowledge that is like guilty enough for me. This, like, sort of like what Moist is saying, he could easily, if it's wrong, he could easily disprove it. But then on top of that, he's going, oh, well, if you even considered that, that makes you a piece of shit. You probably beat your dog if you think I beat my dog, right? Oh, fuck, man. Dude, yeah, that's just like this. It's fucked up. We might be extrapolating a little bit too far here, but I kind of don't think so, guys. I think this is like par for the course of Hasan's, like, the inner workings of his brain right here. Shock your dog. You're using a dog just for the image, literally to just look like you're a cool dude with a really loyal dog who just wants to be by your side nonstop. It's all fake. It's all fake bullshit. Make it look like my dog loves me. Make it sound like I'm a good debater, even though I'm just a bad faith, like, somewhat pretty man. Give me a break.
Off screen, you clearly are, like, you are reaching off screen. That is very clear. And then the dog yelps while you were still annoyed. And then instead of doing like what I feel like most dog owners would do, would like check to see, like, is everything all right? Why'd she just yelp in pain? Instead of doing that, calling her a baby and then mentioning how spoiled she is about roaming the house, like that doesn't compute. If this was her dew claw getting stuck there and then yelping in pain, you would have no idea why she's yelping. Why is your first instinct to call her a baby and then mention how spoiled she is about, your mom letting her roam the house? The response to it just doesn't really seem to make sense if what happened is her dew claw getting stuck.
Exactly. Exactly.
There. I just don't see why he would respond that way, like so like aggressive about it. It just doesn't really make sense. Now, a bunch of super sleuths were diving in, like really analyzing frame by frame. Apparently, Hasan has mentioned that she does have like an AirTag on her collar. People also saw like a doohickey underneath the AirTag right before the moment where she yelps, where there's like a green blinking gadget there.
An AirTag. Bro, like we said, why even have an AirTag? You won't let your dog get up from this one spot. How could you lose your dog?
Fucking gizmo. And people were speculating that's probably the shock collar. And now today, Hasan went on stream to show the collar and explain what it is that everyone saw.
Oh boy, here we go. It's the next day. Are we thinking he's going to show us the collar that was on his dog? Is that what we're going with, or what?
This is the one that people are talking about. Okay, this is the one. This is the one that they saw. It has the capacity to vibrate, and that's it. Are you happy? That's it. Good. There's the AirTag. There's the fucking vibrator. It also has a flashlight component to it at nighttime, and it also has a tracker on it when she gets lost, if she were to actually get fucking lost.
So on stream, he was showing that the unit everyone saw is something that can only vibrate, it can't shock. It also has like other things like a flashlight and stuff. And then he went on to explain like why he has a vibrator there for the sake of like training and that kind of thing. Now,
it's to help the dog orgasm.
Since this was a day later, obviously people are going to be wondering, is this real? Like, is he telling the truth? Like, you could have swapped it out. You could have changed out the previous model with one that doesn't have shocking capabilities, because there are vibrate only units and there are some that have vibrate and shock. Something he also mentions that those kind of things do exist. But since this was so far after the fact, people are always going to wonder, well, did he just switch it out? And something else that spawned from this is, it looks like there's tape on it. So when you watch it and you like pay attention to the actual unit, it looks like there is just some black tape on it. And a bunch of people online started to try and find out what brand this is, because I don't know if I missed it and everyone else missed it, but I don't think he mentioned what model this is, like what brand.
Dude, that's funny because when he held it up, I could pull up this other. Let me see the picture that Scott sent to me, because I thought the collar he held up seemed a little thin. Let me go. I got Twitter pulled up. Hold on one second, guys. Let me just check this. If the strap looks the same. I don't know. It looks. I really don't know. Here, let's hear what he says.
And or what
Maybe these guys have already figured this out. I'm wasting my time.
model, anything like that. So people don't know what it is. They're just going to have to like take his word for it that this is a vibrate only unit. And since there's no visible prongs, you're led to believe that it can't shock or anything. However, there are shock collars that have detachable prongs. In fact, the shock collars we use on Skill Check channel when we play Magic the Gathering and make a misplay and we shock ourselves, you can take the prongs off of those. I think that's a pretty standard feature in a lot of shock collars, I think. So, like, you can just take the prongs off.
Oh, boy.
And when you increase the brightness here, it does seem like...
Oh, boy. Uh-oh. Looks like he's got the model where you got the detachable prongs.
There's definitely tape. I've seen this picture floated around a lot, and people believe that they have narrowed it down to a model called the Educator ET400, which seems to match it.
The Educator. Oh, that sounds menacing. That's Hasan's name. That's what the dog calls him in its head. The Educator is in.
Visually one-to-one in all aspects except for the bottom side there, where on the ET400 there are two prongs there, but you can take those prongs off from what I can tell, at least online, and in the Hasan clip, there's a bunch of tape there, which potentially would be there to cover up the holes. I don't really know what else there would be tape there for. I don't really get that. Like, it doesn't make a ton of sense. But of course, I have no way of knowing 100% beyond a shadow of a doubt that Hasan shocked Kaya on that stream or anything like that. But based on the old eyeball test, the old smell test, what you can literally see, he is annoyed with Kaya. He expressed it a couple of times, scolded her. He rolls his eyes. He does reach for something off screen. And as he is reaching, it seems like when he finally gets to something, she yelps in pain.
So this model did... Hold on a second. Hold on. Let's go back. Well, let's watch this. Maybe, again, I don't want to waste my time. It's already later than I wanted to be on here. I still got a shower and everything. But I was going to say we could look up if that model that they think they found the right one, does that one have a separate remote that you can shock the dog with?
And then there's no real like concern from him, and instead talks about why she's like a spoiled baby.
Yeah. Oh God.
So I opened my Winn-Dixie Rewards app, and wow, savings just for me.
Winn-Dixie is absolutely disgusting, at least in my neighborhood. It's a wrong ad for me. That ad must be for someone in my chat or something.
Don't see anything that she could have like hurt herself on. It doesn't seem like her dew claw or anything gets tangled up in the bed. So to me, it feels like it is something he did. Even if it's not a full-blown shock, he didn't get her with like a Dungeons and Dragons lightning bolt or anything like that. If it is a vibrate-only unit, I feel like he definitely did press the vibrate in that instance there. I see nothing else that would cause that yelp here from everything that we can clearly see. And if that is the case, and that, to me, that's what it seems like the case is, that's super fucked up. She didn't do anything wrong. I don't think there's anything to warrant him being upset in the first place. And to be upset enough to press a, correctional button on that device is so beyond fucked. There was no bad behavior or any kind of correction or punishment needed to be doled out there. All she did was move on the bed slightly, slightly move off the bed. I think it's super fucked up. But if this is all wrong, it's all a bunch of hooey, and Hasan didn't shock or vibrate or do anything at all here.
Kenny, this guy's doing a review of the Yelp. It's a Yelp review of a Yelp.
To cause Kaya to yelp in pain, I think it would have been very easy to immediately in the moment prove that by just showing the collar, which again I feel like is the most logical thing most people would have thought to do.
Yeah, so even if it's the same collar but it's detachable prongs, I bet he wouldn't want to do that on stream. He probably didn't know off the top of his head how to, like, he could easily just pop it off in, like, 1 second. Like, if you went to take the collar off the dog, you could just pretend you're struggling for a second, pop the prongs off and keep them in your hand, and then hold the collar up or even put the prongs down, just be like, look here. But he probably didn't know how to take it off right away. He was probably also scared that it was going to shock his fingers.
But also, B, I still think all of his like anger and like annoyance at the dog for moving around off her place is just fucking weird too. And then of course people were mentioning
there's so much of this video of him. It's so funny how much you can like read into, and I'm pretty sure we're right on this, man. I'm going to look into this. Hold on. Because once this is over, I'm going to go see if I can find this shock collar and if it has a remote control thing.
how Kaya's on stream 8 to 10 hours a day, and then just all of a sudden, randomly, he decides to shock her today. Yeah, great story you've got there, Buster. Really shows how stupid everyone's become. Everyone's really fucking dumb to believe in something like this, all just because he hasn't in the past on stream. And then, of course, people take it a step further, saying none of his friends have ever called him out for using a shock collar, thus this has to be a load of, fucking horseradish. I think this is a very weak argument. Because I know if Hasan does use a shock collar, he would never let any of his friends see that. Because he would know that they would call him out for it and give him shit for it, especially someone like Maya. So they just wouldn't know. Thus, they wouldn't be able to call him out on it or anything like that. And this whole idea of making an assumption based on things that are outside of what is clearly visible here, I think is useless. Just because you haven't seen it in the past on stream doesn't mean it's not something he's done before, or it is very possible this was the first time. That's also very true too. What are his shock collars used for? Training. And what is he currently doing with Kaya, at least based on what I've heard him talk about? Training her, or at least expanding the training on place. So maybe he decided that this might be a good tool to use for the first time. That's also entirely possible. It's not some like far-fetched crazy conspiracies that only haters are drumming up and, falling in line with. It's a very plausible thing based on what is clearly visible in the clips. Anyway, just wanted to blabber about this a bit. I know I've been very out of touch with internet creator drama. I plan to keep it that way.
Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back and look up this model. Let's see here. Where is it?
Tape. I've seen this picture floated around a lot, and people believe that they have narrowed it down to a model called the Educator ET 400, which...
Okay. Let's see. Educator ET. Oh, Lord. Oh God. Oh God, guys. I think I found it, and I think we're right on this. It looks like this thing has a remote. Yeah. $200 some. This rich brat. Pet training up to 3/4 mile range. Yeah, so this is this must be to dude, this is, bro. Let's read the description. Oh my God, busted. This thing has a remote. Okay, hold on. Let me go down here. Let's read through some of this. Okay, Educator ET 400. It's a low to medium power remote e-collar design for. Okay, so yeah, guys, this is what he can shock his dog from any room in the house. What a luxury. I'm such a poor fucking brokey. I don't know these kind of luxuries, being able to shock my pet from any room in the house. That's crazy. Yeah, this is it. It has a remote to shock it. So I wasn't sure if it was a thing, because if it's a vibrating thing, it might be a thing. Because I've heard of those. I think I have seen those people use those before with dogs that bark, where it'll just be a vibrator thing that's just supposed to, like, when the dog goes to bark, it vibrates and the dog's like, huh? You know, it just like the Caesar Milan, like it just, you know, it's like doing that to him. But this does have a remote. Collar designed for dogs over 5 pounds, boasts a 3/4 mile, 3/4 of a mile line of sight transmit range, perfect for dogs that have a bit more room to roam. Sorry, this dog only has a 2x3 spot to roam. This is not the right model for you, Hasan. You bought the wrong thing. That's what the problem is. It's perfect for dogs that have a bit more room to roam or areas with dense foliage or varying elevations, like going from floor level to 6 inches off the ground onto your platform, that the only spot you're allowed to walk around in. That could weaken the signal, yeah. Like all educator collars, crafted with the latest cutting edge e-collar, da 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 da. So we figured out what we wanted. We got the answers we were looking for. We found it. Busted. He shocked his dog. The points are removable to replace with comfort tips. Oh, you know what? We should have kept reading. Hold on. Let's bring that back up. Let's bring that back up. Let's see if it's on this. We'll go right back to it. Here we go. Let's see if that's on this page. Good point. You said it has. Let's see about that. E-collar Technologies offers precise stimulation levels that can be adjusted from 1 to 100 depending on your pet's temperament and level of excitement. Features patented blunt stimulation technology that delivers a clean medical-grade stimulator similar to a TENS machine used on a human to excite muscles to reflex. So it's like a TENS unit for your dog. You know, and depending on the level, look, a TENS unit, I have a TENS unit. I use it for sometimes when I get pulled muscles or something. It's very helpful. But I mean, if someone's just zapping you with one, it wouldn't be very nice. It wouldn't feel good. And then depending on what level you got it turned up to too. You know, if it was at a level that your dog liked it, then it would be purposely trying to piss you off, so you'd give it a shock. I don't think I don't think it's at that level. I don't think the dog likes it. The ergonomic stopwatch design of the remote control allows you to easily operate it through even in the most insane fits of rage through its tactical buttons without taking your eye off your dog. The waterproof construction of both receiver collar remote transmitter guarantees reliable operation even when submerged in water, and the remote floats. So even when Hasan is taking a bubble bath, he can sit there with the remote floating in the water, and he can shock his dog from his bathroom while relaxing in a bubble bath. That's good to know. As a safety feature, the powerful remote-controlled night tracking light on the receiver collar keeps your dog safe and visible at night. Investing in the high-quality remote e-collar. Okay, so let's. So here I guess it would talk about the removable things. Educator collars, technology, safe as most humane remote dog collar. No-look design with buttons right at your fingertips. 100 levels of medical grade static stimulation, fine-tune the perfect level of your dog's special temperament, non-stimulating vibration and tone button to warn your dog before stimuli is applied. Uh-oh. I don't think Hasan does many warnings. I don't think that dog gets a lot of warnings. I think it's just straight electricity. Patented, fully waterproof, shock resistant, expandable. I'm just looking at some of the reviews of these dog abusers. Wait, accessories. What? Huh. Oh, that's all there is. Okay. Well, I don't. It's funny. Um, a normal person would hold it up with purpose. Hasan barely shows it. Kenny just cracking up. Oh, steps to remove prongs. Look it up. Okay. Well, I was gonna say, even in this picture, it doesn't look like there's prongs there. But yeah, I don't know. What is it? Educator ET400. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, AI. Oh, okay. Yeah. There's a video someone showing how to do it. Yeah, so yeah, there's that. Okay. Yeah, pretty sure. Pretty sure he's shocking his dog. All right, let's get out of here. Yeah, guys, we'll see. I'll be in the Bubba Army chat in the morning. We'll see. Maybe we'll have a parody song tomorrow on the Bubba Show. And tomorrow on the stream, we might get into some Kratom stuff or something. Either way, we'll do something, unless there's some crazy shit I gotta cover, we'll just do something fun, chill. So yeah, fucking Friday's coming up. I think we got through most of the wedding, the work, hard work today. Hopefully tomorrow's a little more chill. I can maybe even get off somewhat early. All right. Yeah, Bart Hutchinson. Yeah. Everybody, I'll see you in the Bub Army chat. Elbows, fucking Kenny Powers, Scott Starbird. Thank you guys for hanging with me the whole time. I don't know what YouTube's been all right. I have decent numbers tonight, though. I think there's a few people watching on the Twitter, because this is sort of going around on Twitter. I got like 70 some people in here, so I did want to go a little bit later while I got some people in here. But yeah, if you're wherever you're watching, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm really trying to grow that, but I appreciate you wherever you're at. Please just do the click the buttons, type in the comments, in the chats, all that shit, subscribe. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be in the Bubba chat. Starts at 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern. That's the Bubba Army channel. And then, then tomorrow night, there's no Scott Starbird and no Alex Stein, I think, unless, no, Alex Stein tomorrow. So we might do that. We might actually try to go on a little bit earlier, because Alex Stein tomorrow is actually hosting, right? On Scott Starbird. You still in here? Yeah, Scott, isn't Stein tomorrow's doing something on Tim Pool, right? He's hosting Timcast. Yeah, so Alex Stein's going to be hosting Timcast tomorrow. So we'll probably try to go on a little earlier. I think that starts around 9 Eastern time, right? Am I crazy? Maybe we'll stream snipe for like a minute, and then So yeah, we'll be all up in it tomorrow night. All right, lovers. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Everybody take care. Thank you so much for the support. I love you. Mwah.